Okay, so we're going to take two with this demo of this spirit burner. Tried this demo yesterday, rained really badly. My camera wasn't working very well, my GoPro. For some reason all the footage was choppy and the audio wasn't linking up, so all sorts of weird things going on there. I haven't ventured very far from my car and I'm getting like attacked by flies and midges again. So I'm going to make this intro really quick. So what I'm going to do today, in my hand here I've got my my 2 pots and pans, and this is a 500mm pot and a 1 litre pot. They're just Vango pots like that, but inside, so it's quite good because they sit like that, which is really nice. And I've got a little bag, and then inside I've got something new. This is a new part of my kit. This is a LIXADA Spirit burner. So it cost I think it was £13 on Amazon. I bought this a few weeks ago, and I bought this because I had a bit of a disaster when I went wild camping recently, and I took my Firestorm gas stove, and to cut a long story short, I did film the whole kind of wild camping experience, but you won't see much of me cooking with the Firestorm because it just didn't work. I ended up having to eat cereal bars for tea, which wasn't helpful at all. I had 2 ways of burning, of creating heat. I had my Firestorm and I had my One Tigris Firebox pressed steel stove, but I just couldn't find enough dry wood and enough substantial wood to actually burn. Well, I say that I managed to salvage enough wood to at least boil a kettle for water. But what I have here is my LIXADA Spirit burner. Now you can get other brands. You can get the Trangia, which is a little bit more expensive. It's about £20, but the Trangia, you just get this. So you can put your methylated spirit or your biofuel in there. You don't get this. So this is an aluminium stand, and what I liked about this was it was a little bit cheaper. It seemed to do the job exactly the same. So you drop your spirit burner in there like that, and it just holds it in place, and it's not actually touching the base there. Or you can pull these out a little bit and you can drop them further in, so this raises a little bit more. Obviously you've got your simmer ring there, and then when I open that, take my simmer ring off, there's my lid, and in there I have my methylated spirits. So I'm just using normal sort of DIY based methylated spirit. It's not the most ideal thing to burn, okay? It is relatively harmful for the quite harmful for the environment. Bio Ethanol is better, okay? It's a cleaner burn. I think it's just as efficient. I mean, people might correct me on that. It's a cleaner burn, but it's certainly better for the environment. It's 103 grams, the whole system. With the methylated spirit in there, obviously it's going to be a little bit more. It can hold about 50 to 100 millilitres of methylated spirit. So I've got about, I'd say about 50 or 60 millilitres of methylated spirit in there. It's 7 centimetres in diameter, and it's about 3.84 centimetres in height. Okay, can I just say that it's about 3 ounces in weight, and I think 7 centimetres is about 2.5 to 3 inches in diameter. So it's a really small, compact pack size. And what I like about meths burners is that they are very reliable in lots of different environments. So I've done lots of D&V walks with students, and they've used Trangias and spirit burners to cook their food. We've done walks in minus temperatures, we've done walks in really warm, humid temperatures, and it's never really failed. But that's what I liked about this. Had I have had this when I was wild camping, it would have been a slower way of heating water, but at least it would have been a way of heating water. So what I'm going to do now is set the camera up so you can see the whole process. Let's go, let's get cracking. Right, I hope you can see that okay, because I've got the camera on my tripod in quite a weird position, but I think that should be fine. It looks okay to me. With the pot stand, the meths, and the copper alloy housing, so it's all made of copper alloy, you're looking about 150, 160 grams, okay? The whole thing without the meths is 103 grams in weight, so we're not talking about very much weight at all here. I just want to clarify a couple of things with regards to the construction. Very similar to the Trangia, looks almost exactly the same. In there you can see that it has a rubber O-ring, and that rubber O-ring stops the meths from escaping from the chamber when it's in your backpack. But personally, okay, I would probably keep a little bottle of meths. The difference between this and the Trangia, obviously the Trangia has the T on the bottom and then it has the safety information embossed into the top, but they both weigh a very similar amount. I'm just going to drop that in there. You can see the purple methylated spirit in there. I'm just going to light that. Okay, so there's the flame. I think we can make that out on there. Yeah, you can just make that out now. You've got your air rings or your air holes around the corner, and that creates a chamber of heat. Obviously heat rises, cold air drops and creates a bit of convection within the system. So one last thing, if you're not familiar with spirit burners, this is the simmer ring. It opens, closes, okay, so that obviously the more closed it is, the less oxygen that you're going to find gets into the chamber. That means the less it's going to be able to burn and the smaller the flame gets. But what I'm going to do in this case is close it entirely, and I'm just going to drop it straight on to the chamber, and that will extinguish the flame like that. Okay, and I'm going to take that off, and the flame is now extinguished.